Yo guys, what is good and what's going on, everybody? Your boy BLSG back at it again for another Sixers live play-by-play. As tonight, not only are we back for a play-by-play, but before I get into the remainder of the information for this live stream, we have some more things that we need to get into. But tonight, we have the 4-6 Philadelphia 76ers at home tonight at the Wells Fargo Center, taking on the 7-2 Phoenix Suns, who come into the Wells Fargo Center looking to continue their great start to the season through 10 games. This will be their 10th game of the season. But, ladies and gentlemen, not only is this the 11th game of the season for the Sixers and the 10th game for the Phoenix Suns, but that is right, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, if I can hold it up correctly, it's the other one, thank you. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, that's right, number 21, coming in at 7 foot, 280 pounds, is back to the arena. Welcome back, number 21, Mr. Joel Embiid. After coming off the non-C19 illness, Joel Embiid is good to go for tonight's game against the Phoenix Suns. And I think this was the right time for Joel Embiid to come back against a much tougher opponent. We'll be breaking this all down on, Joel Embiid's status and everything like that. But appreciate everybody for coming through so far and tuning in. If y'all have not done so, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Appreciate everybody for coming in. As always, you guys have been awesome as of late, and I've been continuing to grind out the content per usual. And ladies and gentlemen, let's get this started. But music producer! Music's great! But cut the beat, please! Thank you! Alright, let's go through the chat before we get started. We got one comment here to make my life easy. Coach Dante, what's good, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. I know your Astros got the win the other night, man. Hey, congratulations to the Astros, but that's rough for me and anyone else as a Philly fan, man. It's rough, but congrats to your Astros, Dante. Appreciate you for coming through, but at the end of the day, I wanted my Phillies to win, but appreciate you for coming through again, Dante. I think you hit the like button if I'm not mistaken because we got one like in here, and we got 2 people in here. But appreciate you for coming through, Dante. Appreciate you for coming through the support. Guys, go subscribe to my guy, Coach Dante. And also, I believe he's still on it, but go ahead and subscribe to the Spotlight Sports Network that Coach Dante is on as well. Luigi, what's going on? Appreciate you for coming through. So, woohoo, Embiid's back. I know. He's finally back after coming off the non-C19 illness. He's finally back for tonight's game. This is probably the right game for Embiid to come back. Matching up with DeAndre Ayton and Bismack Biyombo. This is the right game for Joel Embiid to come back. And I think we need him back badly. Because, James Harden's still out. He's going to be out for a month. But I think this is the game we needed Joel Embiid back. And he's back tonight, so we're going to see what happens and see if the Sixers can find a way to grab a win over the Suns. It's not going to be an easy task. But we'll see what we can do and see if we can situate everything out and get a win tonight here against the Phoenix Suns, coming in at 7-2, ladies and gentlemen. 7-2. So Embiid looked pretty good in shoot-around as well, so that's good to hear that Joel Embiid looked pretty good in shoot-around, it looks like. As coming off the non-C19 illness that he had, he is playing in tonight's game against the Phoenix Suns at the Wells Fargo. It's great to hear. I think we need him for tonight's game against, yet again, one of the best teams in the NBA right now in Phoenix. They don't have much depth tonight. They'll have some depth tonight, I think. Torrey Craig grabbing the start for Cam Johnson for sure. So Torrey Craig to be in the starting lineup. Suns starting lineup is going to be Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges, Torrey Craig, and DeAndre Ayton. Off the bench, I think is going to be a bit of a struggle for the Phoenix Suns. Off the bench, I think will be a struggle for Phoenix. Because they had quite a few players on there that are pretty valuable to Phoenix in terms of playing off the bench. I'm trying to see who the Suns all about. I'm trying to see. I know Embiid's able to play against the Suns. But yeah, man, this should be a good game. Trying to see who the Suns have on the injury report because I know they have quite a few players that need to be mentioned. I'm not sure if they are going to show it. I'll see if they will show it tonight. Of course they don't show it. I know there are some players for the Suns that are not playing this game. I know there are some players. Guys, I'm going to figure out who's not in for the Suns. Just give me a second. Testing. Okay, we're good. But yeah, guys, 4 players are off for the Phoenix Suns with tonight's game. It was Cameron Johnson, Jay Crowder, Ish Wainwright, and Dwayne Washington. 4 players off the bench out for the Phoenix Suns, minus Jay Crowder as the tip is underway. Suns win the tip. Here we go. Chris Paul already getting this over to Torrey Craig, launching a 3-point shot, and it is good right off the bat. 9 seconds in, and the Suns are already on the board here in the first quarter as Maxey brings this down the floor, gets it over to D'Anthony Melton. Again, the start for James Harden. Melton matching up with Chris Paul, gets it over to Maxey. Maxey spinning. Maxey flips it over to Embiid. Embiid, in his return, shoots a 2 from the free throw line, and it is good. Joel Embiid, after like 4 bounces, is able to get it in, and Embiid's like, come on, let's go. Here's D-Book with the ball, gets over to DeAndre Ayton. Ayton gets this over to Chris Paul. Paul, looking, matching up with Maxey. Paul kicks it off of Harris. This will be a kick ball on Tobias Harris, so we'll stay Suns basketball. Joey, what's good, my guy? Appreciate you coming through. I'm pretty sure y'all can hear me now because I just went out of the studio and came back in, so we should be good. SG Sports Talk, what's good, my guy? Appreciate you coming through. Of course, you re-gets the Sixers, but it's all good, man. As the inbound is into Booker, gets out to Craig in the corner for 3, and that's no good for Torrey Craig. Rebounded by the Sixers. Maxey brings this ball down the floor for Philly. Maxey flips over to Tobias Harris. Harris backing into Torrey Craig. Harris still backing in. Harris, the 2-point shot is no good. Overshot and rebounded by the Suns. Chris Paul bringing the ball on the floor for Phoenix. Gets it over to Devin Booker. Booker going to his right. Booker going back to his left. Booker looking. Matchup with Melton. Booker, the 2-point shot is no good, and it's rebounded by the Sixers. Embiid bringing this ball down the floor here for Philly. Gets over to Harris. Harris matching up with Mikal Bridges. Gets over to Maxey. Back to Harris. Harris over to Embiid. Embiid matching up with Ayton. Embiid coming inside. That ball's launched into space, and that's another turnover for the Sixers as Chris Paul gets us down to, I believe that was Mikal Bridges, who loses the ball, gets out to Chris Paul. Chris Paul flips it back to Bridges. Bridges coming inside. Bridges, the 2-point shot, was about to be missed, and then Ayton puts it back to make sure it goes in. So now it's a 5-2 lead here for Phoenix. Melton brings the ball down the floor, gets it over to Embiid. Embiid over to Maxey. Maxey matching up with Chris Paul. Maxey coming inside, flips it to Embiid over to Harris. Harris, the 3-point shot is off the back of the rim, missed and rebounded by the Suns. Devin Booker gets the rebound here for Phoenix. Booker, matching up with PJ Tucker, comes inside. Booker up the baseline. Tries to get it to Torrey Craig or try to hit it off a Sixers player, but it wasn't even close. It was just a miscommunication right there by the Suns. Sixers need to start taking advantage of this. Here we go. Each team with 1 turnover. Here's Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers. Maxey, the 2-point shot is good. Tyrese Maxey trying to get his night going, hoping that's a good one. But here we go. D-Book bringing the ball down the floor here for the Suns. Booker looking. Booker coming inside. Got stripped by Melton. And Melton's like, that hit off Booker, but the official does not think so. He think it went off of Melton and didn't hit anyone, so they're just going to let it stay. Suns ball. And here we go. Booker with the shot is no good and rebounded by the Sixers. Here we go. Here's Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers. Flips over to Embiid. Embiid gets it over to Maxey. Maxey back to Embiid. Embiid trying to stay on his feet without traveling. Kicks out to Harris. Harris coming inside. Step back 2 is no good. Embiid pokes it out to Melton, who gets over to Maxey. Maxey coming inside. Maxey gets blocked, gets it over to Embiid, and Embiid's able to put it back to give the Sixers the lead by 1 here. With under 8:40 left to go in the first quarter. Chris Paul going his right, matching up with PJ Tucker. Paul coming inside. Paul lobs it up to Ayton. Ayton had it for a moment. It goes off of the leg and back of PJ Tucker, and it will stay Suns ball with 13 on the shot clock. As they inbound it quickly here to Chris Paul. Paul flips it out to Bridges. Bridges matching up against Tobias Harris. Bridges still looking for options. Bridges still now comes inside. Flips out to Craig. And it'll be a shot clock violation here for Phoenix. They wouldn't have made the shot anyway because Chris Paul had to chuck it towards the basket. But it'll be a turnover here again for the Phoenix Suns and a shot clock violation as well. 8:15 left to go in the first quarter. As Maxey brings the ball down the floor here for Phoenix, so it gets over to Melton, over to Harris, back to Maxey. Maxey gets it over to Embiid this time. Embiid matching up with Ayton. Embiid looking. Embiid getting double teamed. Embiid flips over to Tucker. Tucker back to Embiid. Embiid trying to put it up, gets his own rebound. Embiid still getting it back. And Embiid will finally be fouled here by, I believe that was DeAndre Ayton, and indeed it was. I think it's going to honestly, I think it's going to be the Ravens. I think they're going to win. And I'm going to go, honestly, I'm going to go 20-24 Ravens will win. And the first one for Joel Embiid at the line is good. So Embiid gets on the board right off the bat here from the free throw line. Some type of points right there for Joel to get his night going for the first time in a couple of days. Now the Ravens waiting for. Wow, you got a high-scoring one. That's crazy. You know, mobile quarterback has definitely gotten better at throwing the ball. As the second one for Embiid is also good, so it's now 8-5 in favor of Philadelphia. Sixers on 6 over in the last minute and 40 seconds. Booker bringing the ball down the floor here for Phoenix. Booker gets it over to DeAndre Ayton. Ayton gets it over to Chris Paul. Paul coming inside. Paul matching up with Maxey, tries to get it out. And this will be a turnover here for Phoenix. And this will head the other way. Good defense by the Sixers without making contact with the ball last. 3 turnovers for the Suns here in the first quarter. Maxey gets this over to Melton. Melton matching up with Chris Paul, gets it over to Embiid. Embiid looking. Embiid coming inside. Tries to flip it over to Tucker, but Tucker cannot bring it in as it's picked up by the Suns. Booker with the ball. Booker kicks it out to Chris Paul. Paul matching up with PJ Tucker. The battle of 2 old guys. Paul lobs up to DeAndre Ayton, and there'll be a foul called here. I think against Tobias Harris. If not him, it's actually against Joel Embiid. So looks like Joel Embiid to go out of the game here. Looks like they're going to probably bring in Montrezl Harrell, most likely. DeAndre Ayton off to a pretty good start, averaging about 15 points a game. Montrezl Harrell will most likely come into the game here. No, it's actually Paul Reed. Doug must have been impressed with Paul Reed's defense finally. Must have decided to play him for once. Sixers are winning 8-6, my guy. I'm going to be watching the Field World Cup in soccer. I don't really watch soccer, my guy, so the answer to that will be an obvious no. They're probably going to give Embiid a minutes limit since he's just coming back. But Maxey flips this over to Paul Reed, gets it over to PJ Tucker. Tucker gets this out to Maxey. Maxey looking for his options. Maxey kicks out to Harris. Harris gets it over to Maxey. Maxey coming inside out to Harris again. Harris from in the corner for 3, and that's good for Tobias Harris as that will wrap around and go in there for Tobias from the corner. That's a Danny Green shot. There we go. There's Chris Paul with the ball here for the Suns. Paul looking for his options. Paul looking, gets out to Torrey Craig. Craig matching up with Tucker, gets over to DeAndre Ayton. Ayton, the 2-point shot is good. So now it's 11-9. Sixers are winning with 6:20 left in the quarter. Maxey bring the ball down the other end. Maxey coming inside. Maxey, the 2-point shot is no good, but he'll head to the line for 2. You know, it's a good signing at the end of the day, Roquan Smith to Baltimore. I think he's going to make that defense a lot better. And especially for the fact that that defense has also now added some veteran talent. So it's a good signing by Baltimore. Guys, I'm also shocked that Doc Rivers goes ahead and goes with Paul Reed over Montrezl Harrell to start this game off as a substitution for Joel Embiid. I fully expected Montrezl Harrell because we know how Doc likes to play his guys. He loves to play his guys, the guys that are veterans and all that. But no, he finally goes to Paul Reed. Thank you, Doc Rivers. Thank you. I should change this. There we go. Oh, I still messed this up. That's much better. That's much better. Appreciate it, my guy. I appreciate that. Hey, I had to do it for the return of Joel Embiid, man. I had to do it for the return of the man. Right over there. I had to do it. For the return of Joel Embiid, I had to bring it out and honor that man for finally returning for the first time in a couple days. Had to go ahead and honor him. And why not honor him by having a shirt for him be out here representing the man. You know, mainly just spending a lot of time with family. Mainly just doing a lot of family stuff. But yeah, man, here we go. But you know, Embiid participated as a full participant in shoot-around, so we kind of figured he was going to play. And I'm glad he did go ahead and he is going ahead and playing in tonight's game. You know, he's looking over film. They're probably going to put him on a minutes restriction. But yeah, man, if it is the case that Embiid's just right coming back, I would not be surprised if they go ahead and put Embiid on a minutes restriction because he's coming back for the first time in a couple of days. And I'm still surprised that Paul Reed is in before Montrezl Harrell. I'm really surprised. But Maxey at the free throw line for 2 here for the Sixers. First one for Maxey at the line is no good off the back of the rim. Rough first one for Maxey. That's very rare that you see Maxey do that at the free throw line. It's very rare. Maxey overall averaging 25 points a game, 49% from the field. Second one is good for Maxey, though, to give the Sixers a 3-point lead. Could have made it a 2-score game if Maxey would have made the first one. Here we go. Chris Paul bringing the ball down the floor for the Phoenix Suns. Gets over to DeAndre Ayton. Ayton flips it over to Devin Booker. Booker gets the ball popped up in the air, and the Sixers recover it as Harris gets it over to Paul Reed, and Paul Reed able to get inside and get it up for 2. B-ball Paul already come out here with some early points. Chris Paul gets this over to Devin Booker. Booker having to deal with DeAnthony Melton. Kicks out to Chris Paul. Paul back to Booker. Booker spinning, shooting it. It is no good, and the Sixers get the rebound. Rough start for Devin Booker in this game. Maxey tried to get it over to Melton, but they're going to say it went off of Devin Booker. Booker off to a rough start, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's just the first quarter and all that, but Devin Booker's off to a rough start to begin this game. Hasn't gotten a single bucket yet through first like 6.5 minutes as Melton shoots a 3-pointer, and that is good for DeAnthony Melton. I mean, Booker's off to a rough start in the first quarter. I mean, no points for Devin Booker so far in the first quarter, and the fact that he created a turnover right there as Bridges shoots a 2, and that is good for Mikal Bridges. The key to probably winning this game is holding the Suns' star players back, and one of them is Devin Booker, another one being Chris Paul, even though he's starting to regress since he's probably about ready to retire. As Maxey gets over to Melton. Melton gets over to Paul Reed. Reed trying to deal with everyone. Flips it out, gets it to Melton. Melton over to Harris. Harris, the 3-point shot is good. Tobias Harris at the buzzer of the shot clock is able to get it to go, and the Sixers will lead it by 9. Giving the Suns a little bit of concerns here in the first quarter. Here's Devin Booker here, matching up with Tobias Harris. Booker coming inside. Booker, the 2-point shot is good. There's Devin Booker's first points of the game. Still a rough start for Devin Booker overall, but here we go. Here's Maxey bringing the ball down the other end here for the Sixers. Maxey gets it over to Harris. Harris fakes it over to Paul Reed, gets it over to Maxey. Maxey matching up with Booker. Maxey coming inside. Maxey, the 2-point shot, no good. Paul Reed gets the rebound, and he turns it over, but a foul will be called against the Suns. Chris Paul on the foul. SG Sports Talk. Are we talking current or all time for this question? Are we talking current or all time? I'm going to say this in one statement. Second greatest player of all time. Second greatest player of all time in the NBA. Yeah, it's about to be that time, man. Absolutely. Here's Melton with the ball here for the Sixers on the inbound. Melton puts it up for two, and it is good for De'Anthony Melton. Good start for De'Anthony Melton in the starting lineup here. Let's go. Bridges gets this over to Booker. Booker having to deal with Embiid. Gets it out to Bridges. Bridges wide open for three. No good. Rebounded by the Sixers. Harris bringing the ball down the other end here for Philly. Harris coming inside. Harris, the layup is good, and you can give him one more at the line. Tobias Harris going to the cherry stripe for one more. 3:37 left in the first. Current, okay, so number one, Joel Embiid. Number two is going to be James Harden for now. Maxey might get better. Maxey might get better, but I have him as my number three. Fourth is going to be obviously going to be Tobias Harris, and then fifth is, this might shock people, but my fifth this season so far has actually been Georges Niang. My fifth is Georges Niang. I'm not kidding. That's how good this guy is. He's been dropping between 10 to 15 points a game in about the last few games, as number 11 for the Suns misses the shot. That's Jacques Landale, and it's rebounded by the Sixers. Harris kicks it out to Embiid. Embiid gets it over to Harris. Harris inside. 2-point shot is good for Tobias Harris. Great start for Tobias in this game. Tobias Harris now with 8 points with that shot right there. 16-4 run for the Sixers. Timeout called by Monty Williams. But yeah, SC Sports Talk. Number one, I have Embiid. Number two, I have Harden. Number three, I have Maxey. Number four, I have Tobias. And then number five, as a surprise, is honestly Georges Niang. He's been dropping between 10 to 15 points a game in the majority of the games that he has played in. So you really cannot sleep on Georges Niang. That doesn't mean I would start him, because, I mean, I really think that he could be better off the bench, which is what I want to see, because we do need bench points, and Georges Niang, that's just where he's going to stay. Top five are Paul, Booker, Ayton, Craig, and Bridges. I thought we were talking about currently right now, because you'd have Booker's number one, probably Chris Paul's number two, Bridges 3, 8 and 4, Craig 5. That's just how I would put it. But my fifth is honestly a surprise, people. I mean, PJ Tucker, he's 37. I mean, PJ Tucker's 37. He really hasn't done much. And, you know, can De'Anthony Melton be very consistent? It depends on that. Georges Niang has been consistent, people. He's been putting up between 10 to 15 points a night in the majority of the games he's played in. He's been working on the jump shot, and it's showing why he's been working on it and what he's been working on with the coaching staff. He shows it. That's why I have Niang as number 5. He wants to win. He wants to work on the jump shot. He wants to be a good role player off the bench. He wants to be someone that can be reliable off the bench and possibly lead the entire bench in scoring. But the Sixers right now on a 16-4 scoring run. Montrezl Harrell not even in the game yet, as they'll inbound now to Devin Booker, who gets it over to Cameron Payne. Payne bringing the ball down the floor. Payne gets it over to, that's Jock Lockdale. Sarge also in the game, gets out to Damian Lee. The three-point shot, no good. And rebounded by the Sixers. Dewey number 10 is Damian Lee, and yes, it is. As Shake Milton to bring the ball down the floor for the Sixers. Milton matching up here with Damian Lee, gets over to Joel Embiid. Embiid matching up with Lockdale. Embiid kicks it out to Milton. Try to get it back to Embiid, but Lockdale with the interception. Or Landale, I should say. And Landale will slam it in for two with two hands and get it in on that note. Shake Milton coming inside around a screen. Milton, the two-point shot is no good. And Milton trying to get his own rebound. They're going to keep it with the Sixers with 14 on the shot clock with 2:11 left to go in the first quarter. Jock Landale was the one it was last touched by. Milton inbounds it here to Melton. Melton, guarded by Devin Booker, gets out to Embiid. Embiid matching up with Landale. Embiid, the finger roll is no good, and it's rebounded by the Suns. Cameron Payne bringing the ball down the floor at the top of the key. Payne is intercepted by DeAnthony Melton. Melton bring the ball down the other end here for the Sixers. Melton looking, flips out to Embiid. Embiid matching up with Landale. Embiid, the two-point shot, no good, but he'll head to the line for two, as this one will be against Jock Landale. Anthony Melton just has been reading this entire offense for life. Embiid back into the game here early, though, for the Sixers. First one at the line for Embiid is good, as he did get back in the game here. Not sure if he's going to be on a minutes restriction or not, but it would not surprise me with him just coming off the C19, non-C19 illness or whatever. The Sixers lead by 13. Second one for Embiid at the line is also good, so Joel Embiid off to a pretty solid start with 8 points in the first quarter. Can bring the ball around a screen from Landale. Landale gets it over to Booker. Booker looking. Booker pump faking. The 2-point shot on the free throw line is good for Devin Booker. And here we go. Here's Melton with the ball down the other end. Gets it to Tobias Harris. Harris around the screen. Harris, the 2-point shot is short, and it's rebounded by the Suns. Damian Lee picking up the rebound. Lee gets out to Cameron Payne. Payne looking. Payne going to his right. Payne coming inside. And it'll be a carry here against Cameron Payne, looks like. There we go. Here's Shake Milton bringing the ball down the other end. And a foul will be called. We have a foul that's called here against Cameron Payne, and that's going to be number 2. Just like that, Cameron Payne on 2 fouls here. With under a minute left to go in the first. Shake Milton back to the free throw line here for Philly. First one for Shake Milton at the line is good. Also, Steve Nash getting fired from the Nets, and he's going to repeat his minutes. You know, I mean, Ime Udoka is going to have to return next season because he's not going to be playing for this season. He's not going to be coaching this season due to the fact that he's suspended pretty much for the whole year. So they'll have to wait till next year to have him. They'll have to wait till next year for him to be their head coach, but here we go. Here's Devin Booker matching the ball over Embiid. Kicks it out to Cameron Payne for 3. No good, and it's rebounded by the Suns. Booker's got to get it off. Does so. And we'll go to the line for one more. That will be against Joel Embiid. Never mind. Looks like it's against Thibault. It's actually against Thibault, I think. But Booker to go to the line for one more here for the Suns. Free throw by Booker is good, and the Suns will be down by 11. Milton bringing the ball down the other end here for the Sixers. Milton needing all his options down the floor. Milton looking for options, matching up here with Cameron Payne. Milton going to his right, looking, coming inside, drops it down to Embiid. Embiid, the shot is no good, but he will be fouled and will head the line for two. Got to be careful, Joel. You're just coming off the C9, the non-C19 list. That'll be another one on Jock Landale. Oh, I forgot this one. You know, he made Udoka getting suspended. He should never did what he did to get suspended, man. But he did. He's suspended for the whole year. And you know, you just gotta move on. First one for Embiid is good at the line to give the Sixers a 12-point lead. He's the brother to in-law Golden State Warriors point guard Steph Curry, and they both respect each other. That's facts. But I never knew that, though, to be completely honest. So let's go Damian Lee. And they've been brothers-in-law since 2018. Wow. I never realized that they were brothers-in-law. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Booker needs the shot off, and he will not be able to get it. So after the end of the first quarter, the Philadelphia 76ers will surprisingly lead the Phoenix Suns here in Joel Embiid's return to the Wells Fargo Center by a score of 33-20. At the end of the first quarter, as we head to quarter number 2. But yeah, guys, I'm surprised the Sixers are leading the Suns at the end of the first quarter. But you know what? I'm not mad at it. I'm happy the way we played that first quarter. Mr. Hood, what's good, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. Say Ime Udoka's not suspended from the Celtics, not the NBA. If he resigns from the Celtics, he can still coach somewhere else. Oh, I thought it said the whole season, but I didn't realize that that's what it was. Must have not read the whole article or something correctly, but appreciate you for coming through, Mr. Hood, and let me know that. If you haven't done so, Mr. Hood, hit that like button on the stream. And since I don't recognize your account, hit that subscribe button if you're new. Appreciate you for coming through, man. He's married to Steph Curry's sister, Siddle Curry, who was a volleyball player in college. Oh, okay. At this point, we're mentioning family and relationships. I'm kidding. It's all good, man. It's all good. Appreciate it, SC Sports Talk and Mr. Hood. Appreciate you guys. Mr. Hood, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so, my guy. Here we go. Second quarter about to get underway here between the Sixers and the Suns. And the second quarter is underway. Here we go. Oh, you did? That's why it hasn't changed. Okay, that makes sense now. As Maxey gets this over to Niang, who gets over to Shake Milton and gets it back over to Maxey. Maxey looking, gets it down to Embiid. Embiid getting into Aiden. Embiid, the 2-point shot is good. Big shot right there by Joel Embiid. Big shot by Joel, the big man. Here we go. Chris Paul with the ball here for the Suns. Chris Paul coming inside, drops it down to Ayton. Ayton from the free throw line, 2-point shot is good. So DeAndre Ayton trying to get the Suns rolling here in the second quarter, but the Sixers are looking to not allow that whatsoever. As Maxey gets this over to Georges Niang. Niang back to Maxey. Maxey going to his right. Maxey, the 3-point shot. No good off the back of the rim and rebounded by the Suns. Damian Lee picking up the rebound here for Phoenix. Lee gets this over to Landry Shamet. Shamet going to his right. Shamet kicks out to Damian Lee. Lee going to his left. Lee looking, coming inside. Lee kicks out to Shamet. Shamet coming inside again. The former Sixers Landry Shamet, the 2-point shot, is airballed and rebounded by the Sixers. Maxey. Yo! As we have Mikal Bridges, the former Sixers, shoving down Georges Niang. Between Mikal Bridges and Landry Shamet and Damian Lee, one of them knocked down Georges Niang. But Milton to finally inbounding here for the Sixers. Gets over to Maxey, back to Milton. Milton coming inside. Milton kicks out to Embiid. Embiid matching up with Shamet. Embiid, the 2-point shot is no good and rebounded by the Suns. Here we go. Here's Chris Paul with the ball. Bringing it inside. Paul, the 2-point shot is good. Now the Sixers to bring the ball down the floor here with Tyrese Maxey. Maxey gets this over to Embiid. Back to Maxey. Maxey going to his left. Maxey gets it over to Embiid. Embiid losing it but getting it back. Embiid, the 2-point shot, no good. Embiid gets his own rebound, but will be fouled. I think Embiid was fouled, and he was indeed fouled by DeAndre Ayton. But Embiid back to the free throw line for 2. I don't know what Embiid wants here. I mean, he got the foul call. Here we go, under 10 minutes left here in the first half, as the first one at the line for Joel Embiid is good. Matisse Thybulle checking back into the game here for the Sixers. Telling Maxey to go to the bench. He's still Illinois Panthers are playing the Illinois Fighting Illini. Yeah, I gotta pick the Fighting Illini. The Fighting Illini are ranked, and they're actually doing pretty well this season. Gene Segura just became a free agent for the Phillies. That's crazy. A lot of players are becoming free agents for the Phillies, but here's Chris Paul with the ball here for the Suns. Chris Paul kicks it over to Ayton. Not Ayton. Kicked out to Damian Lee in the corner. No good for the shot, but Sixers are now bringing the ball down the floor here with Tyrese Maxey after PJ Tucker got it over to him. Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers, gets over to Embiid. Embiid, the wide open shot just comes up short and is rebounded by the Suns. Here we go. Chris Paul bringing the ball down the other end here for the Suns. Paul coming inside. Paul try to kick it out to Shamet, but Niang picks it up. Niang loses it. Shamet gets it. Gets it over to Bridges. Bridges over to Damian Lee. Lee kicks it out to Shamet. Shamet over to Bridges at the corner for 3. It's good. Mikal Bridges, the former Sixer, putting in the corner 3 and making this a 10-point game here in the Wells Fargo Center. Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers. Gets it over to Niang, over to Embiid. Embiid matching up with DeAndre Ayton, dropping it down to Niang. Niang, the shot is no good, and it's rebounded by the Suns. And Damian Lee running down the floor, Embiid trying to block it, and he misses the layup. Embiid never even got a piece of that, but Maxey brings it down the floor out to Niang in the corner for 3, and Niang gets it to go. Georges Niang finally getting one to go. Now put the Sixers ahead by 13 yet again, 40-27. Lee gets this over to DeAndre Ayton. Ayton gets it over to Cameron Payne. Payne lays it up and is blocked by Embiid. Embiid said, "Get that out of here." Maxey bring this down the other end. Maxey. Maxey tried to bring it to the basket, but it will be a foul here against, I believe it was Landry Shamet. But Bridges could not get that in as Joel Embiid absolutely denies that and says, get that out of here. Not in our wheelhouse. That happens. But Maxey go to the line for 2 here for the Sixers. Maxey so far with 3 points tonight, 1 for 4 from the field, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. First one for Maxey is good at the line. MVP, yes, sir. Let's go Sixers, you already know. Paul Reed back in the game here for the Sixers. What's up with Doc Rivers? Has he really been listening to us Sixers content creators and saying that we need to play Paul Reed more? I think so. I think Doc Rivers has been listening to us. Second one for Maxey's good at the line as well. But Sixers lead by 15 as Chris Paul brings us down the floor. Chris Paul matching up with Georges Niang. Paul looking, going to his right. Chris Paul kicks this out to Shamet. Shamet, the three-point shot is no good and rebounded by the Sixers. Niang gets the rebound, kicks out to Maxey. Maxey kicks out to Paul Reed. Back to Maxey. Maxey inside. Maxey, the two-point shot, no good. Tucker gets the rebound out to Niang. Niang, the three-point shot is good. The minivan gets it to go, and the Sixers lead by 18. Sixers on an 8-0 run in the last minute and 10 seconds, and it will be a blocking foul against Georges Niang, and Niang is pissed off. Niang is pissed. Georges Niang is pissed off as he was lying on the floor. He's like, what do you mean? What do you mean it's a blocking foul on me, ref? Yeah, George, talk all that smack. Talk all that smack, George. Be that scrappy player. Talk all that smack to the refs. First one for Mikal Bridges at the line is good. That was an old game that took place. You're all good, man. It's all good. Second one for Bridges at the line is also good. Suns are still down by 16. Sixers really taking advantage on the Suns right now for literally, honestly, no reason. But Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers. Maxey gets over to Thibault. Thibault matching up with Craig, gets it back over to Maxey. Maxey matching up with Torrey Craig. And it'll be a carry against Tyrese Maxey. Great first half by the Sixers so far. 7:08 left to go in the first half. And we had to do a commercial break. But yeah, guys, I am really surprised that Paul Reed is honestly getting more playing time than Montrezl Harrell. Paul Reed's had 2 shifts so far. Montrezl Harrell with none. The question is, has Doc Rivers been listening to us Sixers content creators and saying that Paul Reed needs more playing time after the 6 steals and 2 blocks that he had? Is that what's going on? Is Doc Rivers actually listening to us? Take our advice, Doc, if this is the case. And keep this up for the second half, please. That'd be fantastic. If Niang talks smack to the referees, then he might get tossed out of the game, so he needs to comment. I mean, like a little smack talk, not like a smack talk conversation that lasts like 5 minutes, like just a little bit. Just a little bit so he doesn't get teed up. Just a little bit of smack talk. Not a lot, just a little. It's worse because Eastwoods is the same thing. B-Ball Paul Reed. I mean, that's his Twitter handle. That's why I say B-Ball Paul. That's why I say B-Ball Paul, because that's his Twitter handle. Here we go. Chris Paul tries to get it over to DeAndre Ayton. Paul Reed took it away, but a foul will be called, I think, against Paul Reed. Dolph Schayes had quite the career with Syracuse and Philadelphia. 18.5 points a game, 12.1 rebounds a game, and then over 18,000 points for Dolph Schayes. Went to the Basketball Hall of Fame in 1973, a 12-time All-Star as well for Dolph Schayes. As they inbound now here to Torrey Craig, who gets over to Booker. And Booker, I believe, is going to be fouled by DeAnthony Melton. And it will be against DeAnthony Melton, as this will be another inbound pass here for the Suns. Chris Paul inbounds it here to DeAndre Ayton, gets over to Devin Booker, kicks it out. To believe it was Torrey Craig, gets it back to Booker. The two-point shot, no good, and it's rebounded by the Sixers. Melton bringing this ball down the other end, gets over to Harris. Harris, the three-point shot at the top of the key, no good. Paul trying to fight for the ball. And it's going to say Sixers basketball. Great defense by Paul Reed, but wait for him to not make contact and make the last piece of contact out of bounds, as it is out of bounds by Chris Paul. Great defense by Paul Reed. This is why Doc Rivers needs to play this guy more. Might not score you a lot of points, but you can play defense, man. Yo! On the inbound pass by Maxey to Paul Reed, DeAndre Ayton's knocking him over. Are you jealous that this man literally had 6 steals and 2 blocks the other night? Are you just jealous and you're gonna knock him over like that? Come on, Ayton. Don't ever do that again to my guy. Don't ever do that again. Back it up. Back up and back off. As they'll inbound it again here to Tobias Harris, gets it over to Maxey. Maxey gets this over to Melton. Melton, a 3-point shot at the top of the key. That's no good. And Tucker gets the rebound, kicks out to Maxey. Maxey, the 3-point shot this time is no good. Maxey having a rough night in terms of the shooting. Booker getting the rebound here. No field goals for the Suns in about the last 3 minutes. Booker had this taken away from him by Paul Reed. Devin Booker to head the line for 2 here for the Suns. Was this really a shooting foul? What in the world is up with this ref? Is this ref just so off balance like there's no tomorrow? Like, what is this? Never mind, it's an inbound pass here for the Suns. Booker coming inside. Loses it. Tucker saves it. Maxey able to get this out to Paul Reed over to Melton. What a play. Melton with the ball. Melton trying to stay off everyone. And a foul on Devin Booker. Foul here on Devin Booker. Anthony Melton to go to the line for 2. First one from Melton at the line is good. Sixers are in the bonus. Chris Paul going to the locker room, surprisingly. I don't know what for. Second one is missed by DeAnthony Melton and rebounded by the Suns. We'll get to the comments in a second, guys. Don't worry. As Cameron Payne comes around the screen here by Bismack Biyombo, kicks out to Torrey Craig. Breaks the ankles of P.J. Tucker. The shot is no good from the corner, and it's rebounded by the Sixers. Maxey bringing this ball down the other end. Maxey Coming inside. Maxey, the layup is good. Tyrese Maxey. Big layup. That's one that he really needed. He needed that one. Cameron Payne with the ball here for the Suns. Kicks out to Torrey Craig. Craig gets it down to D-Book. D-Book coming inside. The two-point shot is blocked by Paul Reed. Oh, how dramatic. Oh, Devin Booker. I got respect for you, but, like, stop flopping. You don't flop against Paul Reed. Like, come on, dude. Flopping around like there's no tomorrow. Flopping around like there's no tomorrow is Devin Booker. Here we go. 5:10 left to go here in the first half. First shot for Devin Booker is good at the line. We've held Booker to, I believe, just... What's that? That's just Devin Booker's 8th point of the night. We've really been doing a very good job at holding up Devin Booker. We really have been doing a great job. Second one for Booker is also good at the line. So now this will come down the other end. Under 5:10 left to go in the first half. Maxey bringing the ball down the floor for the Sixers. Maxey gets over to DeAnthony Melton. Melton gets over to Harris. Harris back to Melton. Melton coming inside. Melton still looking up the baseline. Melton. The step back three. Almost worked as it's rebounded by the Suns. Cameron Payne bringing the ball down the floor. Payne lost it for a second, able to lay up and lay it in. Cameron Payne with a shot, 4.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers. Maxey gets this over to Melton, over to Tobias Harris. Harris gets it back to Melton, over to Harris. Harris try to get it over to PJ Tucker. And I think they're surprisingly saying that this is going to stay with Philly. Looks like it went off of the hand of Torrey Craig, and Embiid is back in to replace Paul Reed. No minutes for Montrezl Harrell so far in the first half. I think it's going to stay that way as Embiid's probably going to finish out the quarter. Here we go. The pass is inbounded from Melton to Maxey. Maxey, the layup is no good, and it's rebounded by the Suns. Maxey's had a rough night as well. Here we go. There's Devin Booker with the ball here for the Suns. Booker, the two-point shot is no good. Way off to the right. Rebounded by Biyombo. Cameron Payne, the three-point shot, no good. That comes up short, and it's rebounded by the Sixers. PJ Tucker able to get the rebound. Looks over to Melton, over to Tobias Harris. Harris over to Embiid. Embiid. Looking for his options, gets it over to Tobias Harris. Harris matching up with Mikal Bridges. Harris coming inside. Harris, the two-point shot is good. Tobias Harris able to put the Sixers up by 17. And Torrey Craig gets absolutely annihilated by PJ Tucker. It's going to go the other way. Monty Williams is upset. And here we go. Embiid's wanted a technical on the Suns, but it's going to go the other way. Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers. Gets over to Tobias Harris. Harris matched up with Devin Booker. Harris kicks out to Embiid. Embiid at three at the top of the key is no good, and it's rebounded by the Suns. Cameron Payne bringing the ball down the other end. Payne cannot get it to go. And it's going to go the other way. So Sixers will have the ball. Here we go. Embiid bringing the ball down the floor for the Sixers. Embiid gets over to Tobias Harris. Harris around a screen from Embiid. Harris down to Melton. PJ Tucker called for the foul. Got pushed to the ground. And Tucker wants to talk to the ref. PJ Tucker now wants to have a word with the ref here. My goodness. I'd say that DJ Eastwood says the same thing. Doc wants to watch this show because he's playing B-Ball Paul more since he complained. Facts. I'm telling you. Doc Rivers is listening to us Sixers content creators. I'm telling you this, man. I'm telling y'all this. He's really listening to us Sixers content creators. He really is. I'm not kidding. Absolutely not. Now you're just trolling. No. Please. Absolutely he is. That is a fact. I mean, how many points for Tobias Harris? Tobias Harris with 13. I'll take that in the first half from Tobias Harris when he's averaging like 14 a game. That average looks to go up tonight. Hopefully, I think that is going to go up tonight. Bruce Harper, what's good, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through into the chat. Appreciate you for coming through, Bruce Harper. I'm doing good, man. Hopefully you're doing well on this night. Hopefully everyone's doing well on their Monday night, man. Trying to wrap up the day, just trying to watch some sports, trying to just watch some basketball, trying to do whatever they can to spend their time. Let's go. Ohio State. Their basketball team won today. Ohio State's basketball team won earlier. Bruce Harper, if you haven't done so, my guy, hit that like button. And I subscribe to the channel, so I really don't have to tell you to do that by any means. Let's go. Ohio State's basketball team won today. Looks like Justice Suing had a pretty good night for Ohio State. I said the Sixers would be a better team without Harden, as he's not a good team player. I don't remember you saying that, my guy, honestly. I really don't remember you saying that. But it's not that James Harden is not the good team player. It's just that he's really known for his playmaking, and sometimes when he has the opportunity, he'll just take it himself. I feel we're going to dominate while the beer is out. We'll see what we can do, man. I mean, I think it's just for the fact that Joel Embiid's back, and I mean, Embiid's got 14 points, and Tobias Harris has 13. So Tobias Harris is executing perfectly, and then same thing with Joel Embiid on the return. So I think if it wasn't for Joel Embiid in this game, we would honestly probably be tied up with the Suns team or down by a couple points. PJ Tucker now getting a technical here. First technical free throw for Devin Booker is good. Yeah, it's rough to see the Phillies lose, man. But, I mean, their World Series experience is very slim. It's very slim. I'm not going to lie. There's just one technical free throw in possession for the Suns. It's Cameron Payne taking the ball, matching up with Tyrese Maxey. Payne on the inside for two is good. Absolutely, they had a great season. But their great season to victory just comes up short. Here we go. Here's Maxey. Flips over to Embiid. Embiid flips over to Harris. Harris kicks out to Melton. Melton the pump fake. Gets over to Embiid. And a foul will be called here against the Suns, and it will be called against Bismack Biyombo. If we can get one starter and beef up our bullpen, I feel like we have to be the top team in the National League with maybe the Dodgers. I mean, we'll see, man. I mean, they've just been starting to release players on players on players. I mean, they just had Gene Segura go ahead and test out free agency. They had Zach Eflin go ahead and test out free agency. First one for Embiid at the line is good. So, yeah, they're having Eflin go ahead and test out free agency. The only reason they get rid of him is just because of the injury concerns with Zach Eflin. And then for Gene Segura, I don't know why they got rid of him. Maybe he wasn't just good enough to make the future team. They're probably trying to bring in a star. I'll guarantee that. It's okay, but I feel we're going to be a better team as nobody else is standing around while he has the ball. It's facts, man. But here we go as Cameron Payne gets over to Devin Booker. Booker, the two-point shot is good for Devin Booker. So Booker trying to trim this lead down here for the Phoenix Suns on the Philadelphia 76ers. 2 minutes left in the first half. Here we go. It's crunch time in the first half for Philly. Maxey gets this over to Joel Embiid. Gets over to Harris. Back to Embiid. Embiid over to Harris again. Harris coming inside. Harris gets over to Embiid. Embiid. The two-point shot is good. Beautiful shot by Joel Embiid. Minute 40 left in the first half. Here we are. It's Cameron Payne with the ball here for the Suns. Flips out to Torrey Craig. Gets this over to Mikal Bridges. Bridges matching up with PJ Tucker. Goes to his right. Try to kick it out to Cameron Payne, but Maxey says, get that out of here. That's not in our wheelhouse that you're getting anyone in the corner wide open. That's facts, man. Of course you are. Doing a pretty good job. As the inbound now here to Devin Booker, gets over to Biyombo, over to Bridges. Bridges with the two-handed jam. Exactly that. Of course you are. Here we go. Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers. Gets over to Tobias Harris. Harris gets over to DeAnthony Melton. Melton back to Harris. Harris on the pump fake gets over to Melton. The three-point shot, no good. Rebounded by the Suns. Cameron Payne with the ball here for Phoenix. Cameron Payne, the three-point shot at the top of the key is good. And just like that, the Suns are going to cut this down to a single-digit lead. Can never count the Suns out. Can't ever do it. Oh, what have we complained about on the bench between these coaches? What are we complaining about? Of course you do, man. It's what you do around here. But you know, we're here to have fun. As Harris, the two-point shot, no good. B tries to get the rebound and loses it. And it's rebounded actually by Devin Booker. Booker, blocked by Tobias Harris, over to Maxey. Maxey, the layup is good. Tyrese Maxey able to get it in and bring the Sixers back up to a double-digit lead. Sixers lead it by 11. Here's Devin Booker with the ball here for the Sixers. As the foul is called here against DeAnthony Melton. Devin Booker so far with 12 points in the first half, 4 for 11 from the field, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. First one for Devin Booker. The line is good. I'd be happy for J.R. Harden for first round. You're going to rely on shooting guard. They've really tough defense. I mean, I really like for the fact that James Harden's here, my guy. I mean, I know some people say that he's washed and everything. Like, people just need to shut up and saying that. As the second one is also good for Devin Booker. 10 seconds left here in the first half. Maxey with the ball. Going to his right, gets out to Embiid. Embiid going step back three, and it rims out. Cameron Payne just launches it. But Embiid almost made a big shot. But the Sixers take the lead over the Phoenix Suns 56-47. Sixers up by 9 at the half. But yeah, Bruce Harper, back to what you said. I honestly would keep James Harden here. I mean, he literally just got with the Sixers last year in the offseason. He literally just got here. So I wouldn't go ahead and trade James Harden, because also if you go ahead and try to trade for a first-round pick, we know how bad the Sixers have been drafting in the past. They've only had pretty much 3 to 4 good first-round picks that have actually been successful. Allen Iverson, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, and if you want to include him, Charles Barkley. They've only had 3 to 4 good first-round picks. So if they go ahead and do that and trade first, then if they go ahead and trade for a first-rounder, they're just going to give that right on up. And, you know, I'm not going to trade Harden when he literally just got here. I mean, he just got a fat contract over the offseason, so, like, there's no point. Otherwise, we're going to be sitting dead cap like there's no tomorrow. Let's go Sixers. You already know Mr. Hood. And Bruce Harper says, Maxey, you already know. But yeah, guys, 56-47 at the half. Nah, I wouldn't trade Harden to the Knicks. The Knicks don't even need him. They don't even need James Harden. They picked up Jalen Brunson. They don't need James Harden there. They don't need James Harden when they picked up Jalen Brunson, dude. I feel maybe you're right. I hope you are, but I feel Harden is the kind of player that will hurt the team's potential success. It's not him hurting the success of the team. It's just that when the players are not there, when Harden and Embiid are not on the floor together, they don't succeed. The Sixers don't succeed. We've seen how many games we have choked and how many games we have lost when both those players are out. When both these players are in, we are a dangerous team. Don't joke around about it. We are actually a really good team when both those players are honestly playing. I know a lot about my team, man. You know, it's your opinion, but I think the Sixers are actually better when Harden's playing. Because, I mean, like, I know Maxey has a lot of potential. Tobias Harris trying to be that next option. But James Harden, we brought this man here to be a second option to Joel Embiid. He's trying his best to do that right now. Going to be out for a month until December. So until that point, Maxey's going to have to be the second option, and Tobias Harris is going to have to be the third. So I know we're trying to have a little bit of chemistry right now, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. I hope I'm correct too, man, but we brought James Harden here for a reason. It wasn't just to go ahead and use him as trade bait. Philadelphia 76ers just signed me on the team, and I'll wear number 55. So, make an extra point about a draft pick history failures. Exactly. Like, there's no point in trying to go ahead and trade for a draft pick. There's no chance you're trading Harden for a draft pick because there's no point when you're literally going to go ahead and literally not even use the draft pick, and when you literally are going to go ahead and just trade it. That's literally what you're going to do. That'd be something if you would be added to the team. You know what you should do, SG Sports Talk? You should literally coach this team and Doc Rivers starts coaching bad. If he starts coaching bad again, coach this team, please. Any of us can coach better than Doc Rivers. Dude, we're not trading James Harden to Golden State. Absolutely not. We are not trading James Harden to Golden State in 100,000 years. Absolutely not. He'd be great, but he's not going to the Warriors. He's not going to. It would be a good trade as it would hurt the Knicks. I mean, they already have Jalen Brunson. Like, what do they want James Harden for? What did they want James Harden for? They're not going to use him for anything. But, guys, we're going to get out here to the halftime stats really quick here as we wasted a little bit of time chatting it up with you guys. But you know what? It's all good because you guys, you're just showing support. And you know what? Us content creators, we appreciate all your support, ladies and gentlemen. We really do. But here we go. We're looking over the stats now as Devin Booker leading the way actually for the Phoenix Suns with 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Mikal Bridges with 9 points, a rebound, and no assists. Or rather, I could have just said 9 points and a rebound, but you got the point. Cameron Payne with 9 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. DeAndre Ayton with 8 points and 3 rebounds. Torrey Craig with 3 points, a rebound, and an assist. Chris Paul with 2 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. And Jock Landale with 2 points straight up to end off the first half for the Phoenix Suns. Now over to the Philadelphia 76ers side. Joel Embiid leading the way here for the Philadelphia 76ers with 18.6 rebounds and an assist. Tobias Harris with 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. Tyrese Maxey with 9 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists. DeAnthony Melton with 6 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. George Niang with 6 points and 2 rebounds. Paul Reed with 2 points and a rebound. And same thing going to Shake Milton. And now we go over to the team stats now. Suns shooting the ball 43.6% from the field to the Sixers 41.5%. Suns are shooting the ball 27% from three-point range to the Sixers 35.7%. Suns are shooting a perfect 10 for 10 from the free throw line. Sixers shooting 17 for 19 from the free throw line, which is 89.5%. Sixers are out rebounding the Suns 23-20 and same offensively 7-4. Sixers have more assists than the Suns 11-8. Same thing goes in blocks. Sixers are in favor 4-1. Both teams have 4 steals in the first half. Sixers are barely winning the turnover battle of the Phoenix Suns 7-6. Sixers with more points in the paint than the Suns 20-10. And then 22 personal fouls called in the first half, 13 on the Suns, and just 9 on the Sixers. But yeah, guys, we'll keep going through the chat, and then we'll take the halftime break really quick. Big great coach for the 76ers. That's facts, man. I will come to the photo of 76ers arena, black suit and some black shoes and some black sunglasses. So all black is what you're saying. The 76ers win the NBA Finals if I was coaching the team. I'm telling you, man, any of us could be better than Doc Rivers at the end of the day. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and take the halftime break. If you guys have any more thoughts while we're on the halftime break, please go ahead and drop them down in the chat. We will try to get to them before the second half begins. But, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and take the halftime break like we always do. Go get a snack, go get a drink, go to the bathroom, do whatever you guys need to do in order to get ready for the second half of this game between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Phoenix Suns. Sixers up 9 on the Phoenix Suns right now. And Sixers look to go ahead and get a win over one of the best teams so far in the NBA. And ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you all back here for the second half. Alright guys, I'm back here for the second half. So I'm a little late. Here's what it is. Had to use the bathroom real quick. I used it for a little bit, but run away in the second half. And B has the ball here. Gets it over to Tucker. Tucker right into the basket. Gets swatted away by DeAndre Ayton. And there'll be a goal 10 here against DeAndre Ayton. So 2 points right there on the board for PJ Tucker. Here we go. Here's Cameron Payne bringing the ball down the floor for the Suns. Payne around the screen from DeAndre Ayton. Kicks out to Torrey Craig in the corner. Craig coming inside. Craig looking. Shoots a 2. It's no good for Torrey Craig, and it's rebounded by the Sixers. Tobias Harris bringing the ball down the other end of the floor here for Philly. Harris coming inside and launches that into outer space, but it'll stay with the Sixers here with 15 on the shot clock. Here's Maxey with the inbound. Inbounds it here to Tobias Harris. Harris gets it over to Embiid. Embiid with the ball. Embiid kicks this out to Maxey. Maxey lays it up, and it's no good, and it's rebounded by the Suns. As tried to chuck it down, almost intercepted by PJ Tucker. Book gets the rebound, and Devin Booker able to put it in for 2, and the Suns are down by 9 yet again. As Embiid kicks out to Harris. Harris, the 3-point shot. No good, rebounded by the Suns. Suns will bring the ball down the floor here. Devin Booker with the ball. Booker down to Ayton. Ayton to put up for 2, and that is good as Embiid loses DeAndre Ayton. And it'll be a timeout here for sure by Philadelphia. And it will be a timeout by the Sixers for sure, as the Suns are kind of creeping up a little bit, but we'll see. 76ers do really bad in all coaches. Any one of us could coach better than Doc Rivers, man. He's so catchy down along to the beat. Hey, just having fun, man. Don't know what technical is, but probably kind of does. Because he really hasn't. It's a really nice vibe to it. Hey, it's Sports Talk. When it comes to the Sixers games, my guy, we play that same soundtrack for the start of the game, halftime, and then when we leave. So you'll be listening to it one more time, my guy. Suns are catching up in this game against the Sixers, so your team should be worried at this point. I mean, if the Sixers just come out here and, if they try to do their thing, but even though it's looking a little bit different right now in terms of the way it looked from the first half to the second half, Monty Williams probably motivated his team big time, telling them to step up in early moments and to step up really early in the second half, really get going early in the second half, make the Sixers work for it. And so far they're doing it to start, but when it all comes down to it at the end of the day, I really do think the Sixers, they need to make an adjustment, and that's why Doc Rivers goes ahead and calls the timeout finally. But at the end of the day, when it all comes down to it, we got to find a way to win this one. Let's just squeak one out here. I don't care if it's against the Phoenix Suns. We got to squeak one out. But yeah, man, here we go. Second half about to continue after the rest of these commercial breaks. Booker's not dropping 70, man. He's not. D-Book is not dropping 70. D-Book would have dropped 70 if he would have had at least 35 or above in the first half. Here we go. Sixers to bring the ball down the floor here in the second half, and the third quarter is continuing. Maxey receiving the inbound, bringing this ball down the floor. 10 minutes left in the third quarter. Maxey going to his right. Maxey lays one up, gets it over to Embiid. Embiid, the shot. And Embiid will probably go ahead and head himself to the free throw line. Embiid will go ahead and head himself to the free throw line to try to increase the Sixers' lead yet again. Joel Embiid right now with 18 points, a perfect 10 for 10 from the free throw line. First one for Embiid at the line is good. Embiid trying to show that he is fully 100% back and ready to go for the future in the season for the Sixers in these next few games. Second one for Embiid at the line is also good. Make it a perfect 12 for 12 for Joel Embiid tonight, and 20 points as well in the return of Joel Embiid to the court. Cameron Payne bringing the ball down the other end here for the Suns. Gets over to Devin Booker. Back over to Cameron Payne. Payne tossing it down to Craig. Craig wide open for three. No good. Rebounded by P.J. Tucker for the Sixers. Who gets us over to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey looking, spinning. Around Cameron Payne. Gets over to Embiid. Embiid backing in. Kicks it out to Melton. Melton flips it back over to Embiid. Lost the ball. Ayton's got it. Over to Cameron Payne. Over to Booker. Booker misses the layup. And a foul will be called here against DeAnthony Melton. DeAnthony Melton with the foul here. Devin Booker was fouled by Melton. D-Book gets hot from three. Klay Thompson will probably drop 70 in this game. I doubt it. I mean, if he keeps staying at the free throw line, if he keeps staying at the free throw line, not scoring all the points in the world, then he won't be dropping 70. If he drops 70, he's got to drop like 35 or something like that in the first half. Second one for Booker is missed at the line. Then Booker's going to get hot from three-point territory, and if it happens, he'll drop some. I doubt it, man. I doubt it. He should have had 35 in the first half if that's going to even happen. But Harris with the ball here for the Sixers. Gets over to Maxey. Maxey looking. Gets over to Harris. Harris over to Thibault. Thibault over to Embiid. Embiid, the three-point shot is good. Big shot by Joel Embiid, and give him 23 in his return. Give him 23. Cameron Payne with the ball. Bring it inside. Payne, the two-point shot was nearly air ball. Harris has the rebound. Harris tosses this over to Maxey. Maxey brings it down the floor, gets over to Embiid. Embiid gets over to Harris. Harris loses the ball, but a foul will be called here against Cameron Payne. 8.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Big shot by Joel Embiid from the wing. Big shot right there from number 21. Maxey inbounds this now to Tobias Harris. Sixers lead by 11. Harris gets it over to Maxey. Maxey coming inside. Maxey chucks it down to Thibault. Thibault over to Tucker. Tucker coming inside. Tucker, the two-point shot is good. Big-time shot right there by P.J. Tucker. That'll be 4 points for Tucker on the night. Booker with the ball. Booker matching up with Embiid. Why is Embiid on Devin Booker? Why isn't it like Maxey or Thibault? Now Maxey will switch on D-Book. Gets over to Cameron Payne. Payne coming inside. Payne gets swarmed by Thibault. Out to Ayton. They have to shoot it, and it's a shot clock violation. Second time they've had a shot clock violation tonight. And again, great defense by the Sixers. It all started with Matisse Thybulle on the strip by Cameron Payne. Is where it all started. Here we go. As Thybulle inbounds this here to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey with the ball gets over to Tobias Harris. Harris back to Maxey. Maxey back to Harris. Harris, the three-point shot is good. Tobias Harris having a phenomenal game tonight. He's bringing it. He's bringing it tonight. Sixers on an 8-0 run in the last minute and a half. Booker with the ball gets over to Mikal Bridges. Bridges, the layup is missed, and Tucker gets the rebound. Embiid wanting the ball. Embiid bringing it down the floor. Embiid coming inside. The shot by Embiid is no good, and it's rebounded by the Suns. The Suns haven't scored in 3 minutes, and the field goal right there is good by DeAndre Ayton to close out that drought. Sixers lead by 14, 68-54. Maxey gets this over to Tobias Harris. Harris looking, still looking. Harris flips up to Embiid. Embiid takes over to Harris, gets over to Maxey. Maxey coming inside. Maxey, the layup is no good, and it's rebounded by the Suns. Booker bringing the ball down the floor, gets it over to Cameron Payne. Payne coming inside, gets tripped up, and this will be an offensive foul here against the Suns. Good sportsmanship right there by Tobias Harris to help him up. And the back leg of Cameron Payne did step out of bounds, which is the reason for the turnover. Dude, he's not getting 18 threes. Come on, stop. Here we go. Here's Tyrese Maxey with the ball here. Maxey gets this over to Tobias Harris. Harris looking. Harris still looking. Gets out to Maxey. Maxey around the screen for Paul Reed. Maxey lost it, and so did Tucker. But it was last touched by PJ Tucker, so it'll go the other way. Absolutely not. He's not getting 18 threes. 18 threes in this game with 17 points. Yeah. Dude, Devin Booker's not making 18 threes. Come on, stop. If it was the All-Star game, maybe. But in this game, he's not getting 18 threes. As we're going the other way again here with another offensive foul here against the Suns. This one against Torrey Craig. Torrey Craig, an illegal bump here on Thibault. And yet again, we're going the other way. 4 turnovers for the Suns in the quarter, Sixers with 2. Maxey bringing the ball down the floor here for Philly. Maxey going to his right, gets over to Harris, over to Niang. Niang back to Harris. Harris matching up. I believe it is Torrey Craig. Harris, the three-point shot at the top of the key. No good. Rebounded by the Suns here. Landry Shamet bringing the ball down the floor. Gets over to Devin Booker. Booker coming inside. Booker, the shot is missed, but he will be fouled here by Paul Reed. Paul Reed cannot be making this unnecessary contact forever. That'll be Paul Reed's 3rd of the game. But at least it didn't happen in the first half. All 3 of his fouls. First one for Booker at the line is good. Here we go. Second one for Booker at the line is no good. Sixers get that rebound. Here we go. Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers. Gets over to Thibault. Back to Maxey. Maxey looking. Maxey dancing. Maxey, the corner 3. No good. Paul Reed gets the rebound out to Thibault. Thibault back out to Maxey. Maxey matching up with Shamet. Maxey going to his left. Maxey out to Thibault. Thibault, the three-point shot is no good. Rebounded by the Suns again. Shamet gets over to Ayton. Ayton matching up with Paul Reed. And gets over to Booker. Booker matching up with Paul Reed again. Booker looking. Shoots a 3 at the top of the key. That is good for Devin Booker. 10-point game here in Philadelphia. 4.5 minutes left. 6-0 run for the Suns. Maxey gets this over to Niang. Try to get it over to Harris. And a big play right there by Mikal Bridges, hitting it off of Harris out of bounds. Here we go. Suns bringing the ball down the floor. Booker with the ball. Booker matching up here with Paul Reed. Why is Paul Reed on Devin Booker? Where's one of the guards at? As D-Book shoots a 2, It's no good, but it'll head to the line. You can't be fouling Devin Booker for dear life, man. First one for Booker at the line is no good. Can the Sixers early in this game get the brickin' for chicken? Get the Chick-fil-A chicken right off the bat. The Wells Fargo Center now fired up. They got all the energy in the world. They want the brickin' for chicken. Second one for Booker is good, and then of course he'll ruin it. Of course Devin Booker's got to ruin it. He's a star in this league. There's Maxey with the ball, gets this over to Georges Niang. Niang gets it over to Embiid, over to Maxey. Maxey looking, dancing. Maxey still looking, gets over to Harris. Harris matching up with Damian Lee. Harris backing up. Harris the two-point shot, no good. Rebounded by the Suns. 9-point game. Shaman with the ball here for the Suns. Gets over to Ayton. Ayton flips it over to Devin Booker. Booker coming inside. Booker. The shot. No good. Thibault got the rebound, but the foul will be called against Tobias Harris, it looks like. Or rather, it's called on Joel Embiid. As Embiid has another conversation with the official. There we go. Devin Booker first one at the line is good. Almost missed two by Devin Booker. As the rim went around the rim a couple times. Highest points per game against the Sixers all time. Devin Booker's got the 4th all time. James Harden's got the 5th all time. Highest points per game against the Sixers. Wilt Chamberlain leads everyone all time in scoring with 35.6 points a game. Here we go. Maxey bringing the ball down the floor here. Gets out to Embiid. Embiid looking for his options. Embiid matching up here with DeAndre Ayton. Embiid coming inside, spinning, losing it for a second. And it's going to stay with the Sixers. 5 on the shot clock, though. On the shot clock, though, being the only problem. As they inbound quickly to Harris. Harris tries to get it out. Niang, the shot is good. Georges Niang with a big shot from nearly the top of the key. From about the wing area, able to get it to go for 3. And the Sixers will lead it by 10. Booker with the ball. Booker coming inside. Booker, the layup is good. Devin Booker able to get it to go, and the Sixers will still lead it by 8. Maxey rolls it to Niang. Niang, the 3-point shot again, no good. Embiid gets the rebound. Embiid, the layup is good. They'll say no bucket. They'll say a foul on the floor. Ayton comes away limping now. DeAndre Ayton limping his way to the Suns bench here. Hopefully DeAndre Ayton's all right. Never wishing an injury on a player by any means. Same thing with Chris Paul, man. Hopefully Chris Paul's all right, too. I don't know what happened to Chris Paul. Probably something in the lower body area. But hopefully those two between Ayton and Chris Paul are both okay. Sorry about that, guys. I had to take care of something, and I figured that I would have had to go out of the studio and come right back in. So, yeah, guys. Hopefully, Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton are okay. Hopefully, they'll be all right. I don't know what happened here with DeAndre Ayton. Must have came down wrong. Definitely came down wrong on one of his legs. Now Ayton goes to the locker room. First Chris Paul, not DeAndre Ayton. Hopefully those two are okay, man. Never wishing an injury on any player by any means. Here we go. Here's Shake Milton, gets over to Tobias Harris, over to Maxey. Maxey coming inside against Damian Lee, shoots a high arcing two, and it's no good. Rebounded by the Suns. Shamet with the ball, gets over to Mikal Bridges. Bridges coming inside. Bridges. Reverse layup, no good. Rebounded by the Sixers. Harris bringing the ball down the other end of the floor. And a foul will be called here against the Suns. Jock Landale is the one that will be called on. I think that's like his third or fourth of the game. I think that's Jock Landale's fourth, if I'm not mistaken. As Harrison bounces to Maxey, back to Harris. Harris coming inside up the baseline, out to Milton. Milton. Try to kick it out to Niang, and it's intercepted by Damian Lee. Lee kicks it out to Booker. Booker in solitary, able to put that out for two, and it's good. I don't know how in the world Devin Booker faked everyone out, but apparently he did. That's a good bucket right there by Devin Booker. I'm going to be honest with you. Booker's got 14 of the team's 18 points in the quarter. As Niang trying to battle for the ball back, it will be recovered by Landry Shamet. Shamet, the three-point shot, no good. Harris gets the rebound. Thank goodness Shamet missed it. Harris with the ball here for the Sixers. Harris losing it, and it'll stay with Philly. 16 seconds left on the shot clock here. 1:25 left to go in the third quarter. Josh Okogie checking into the game here for the Phoenix Suns for the first time tonight. They must have thought he was checking it out to someone. But Embiid losing the ball right there. Damian Lee falls to the floor. And they're saying a foul's called against Joel Embiid, it looks like. Here we go. Here's Damian Lee complaining. All the complaining in the world. Guys, I expected this to be a close game between these two teams. I mean, Phoenix not having some of their bench players. And, the Sixers off to the rough start this season. I expected this game to be close. Oh, Damian Lee faking everything. That's a rough call, dude. Damian Lee to the free throw line to shoot two. Suns are in the bonus right now. First one for Damian Lee is good at the line. That's the first point of the night for Damian Lee. Come from the free throw line here in the third quarter. He's been so quiet tonight. He was also a former Golden State Warrior, was on the Warriors championship team last year. So good for Damian Lee. Second one for Damian Lee is also good at the line, and it's a 4-point game here in the Wells Fargo. Sixers need to start getting on a run, and they got to do it fast. Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers, drops it over to Embiid. Embiid matching up with Landale. Embiid coming inside, 2-point shot is no good, but he will be fouled and will head to the line for two. He tried to shoot, so this should be a shooting foul, and it will be a shooting foul indeed. Coast-to-coast coverage. Donovan Mitchell leading the Cavs to a 114-100 win at the Lakers. John Morant leading the Grizzlies to a 103-97 win against the Wizards, and Jordan Clarkson leading the Jazz to a 110-102 win at the Clippers. I also have Jordan Clarkson on my basketball fantasy team, so that's good for Jordan Clarkson, as the first one for Embiid is good at the line. Guys, in terms of who I have on my team as part of it, I have the last two Six-Man of the Year players, Tyler Hero and Jordan Clarkson, and then a potential Six-Man of the Year candidate, Jordan Poole as well. I think those are like three of my utility players, I think. As the second one for Embiid at the line is also good, and he'll increase the Sixers' lead to 6. 55.5 left in the third quarter. Landry Shamet with the ball. Shamet kicks it out to Landale, kicking it out to Damian Lee. The three-point shot is good. Suns are getting hot. Cannot let the Suns come back. Suns are trying to come back into this one. Maxey with the ball, kicks out to Harris. And Harris was called for the travel. Suns with a chance to be down by 1 or tie this up. Sixers, man, you got to stop choking these leads. We are all getting concerned. Both teams with 12 turnovers, man. But here we go. Devin Booker with the ball, coming around the screen, gets over to Damian Lee, over to Josh Okogie for 3 from the corner. It's no good. Rebounded by the Sixers. Sixers really need a bucket. And here's Maxey bringing it inside, gets over to Embiid. Embiid gets blocked by Landale. That'll be against Landale, and Landale's frustrated. And that right there, tossing the ball down, that could have been a technical. The refs should have been watching that. That'll be number 5 on Landale tonight. One more and he's out. One more and he's out of here. Joel Embiid with 25 points tonight, 14 for 14 from the free throw line. First one for Embiid at the line is good. Embiid has yet to miss a free throw tonight. Embiid also trying to increase the Sixers' lead by as much as he can. Keep in mind, the Sixers led by 9 at halftime, and right now they have a 4-point lead. They'll have a 5-point lead assuming Joel Embiid makes the second free throw at the line with 5.4 seconds left. Embiid, we need the second one. Let's go. Second one for Embiid is also good at the line. So make it a perfect 16 for 16 for Joel Embiid tonight. 3, 2, 1. Booker to Shamet for 3. It will not count. So through the end of 3 quarters, the Suns able to catch up, but the Sixers still with the lead on the Phoenix Suns. Although the Sixers only scored 19 points in the quarter, Suns putting up 23 as we head to the fourth quarter to see if the Sixers can hold on or to see if the Suns have a comeback victory in them. So 75-70. Booker's starting to get a little bit hot, but he's not doing as well as Embiid in my eyes. In terms of the field goal shooting, probably. Because, I mean, he's a center. Devin Booker's a guard, people. Of course, Devin Booker's always going to shoot better than Joel Embiid for the most part. But yeah, guys, at the end of the day, Sixers need to find a way to just come out with the win in my eyes. The Sixers just need to find a way to come out here with the win. They can do that. I can be happy and go ahead and enjoy my night. Need to find a way to see the Sixers come out here with the win. I'm going to go to sleep tonight happy, man. I want to. But yeah, guys, also, if you guys are not doing so, go ahead and follow me on Twitter, handle right here. On the left side of the Instagram handle, also go ahead and follow me on Instagram as well. Follow me on both social media platforms. Been putting tweets on tweets on tweets. Haven't been really that consistent with the Instagram page and everything. But definitely go ahead and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Here we go, man. Comes down to the fourth quarter. Let's see what happens. Let's see who comes out with the win here. Anyone can win the game. 23 points for the Suns in the third quarter to 19 for the Sixers. Here we go. Cameron Payne starting out with the ball on the Sixers side of the court. Payne, the two-point shot, no good. Rebounded by the Sixers. Here we go. We got Georges Niang and Shake Milton running with the starting lineup. As Melton gets this over to Embiid, over to Shake Milton. Milton gets stripped, but too much was brought by Cameron Payne, as apparently Cameron Payne made some sort of contact with Shake Milton. So it'll just be an inbound pass here. Cameron Payne getting too much of Shake Milton right there. Biyombo was about to go ahead and give it to somebody. But Melton inbounds this here to Shake Milton. Milton gets this over to DeAnthony Melton. Melton tosses it down to Milton. Milton over to Embiid. Embiid, clock winding down. Embiid's got to give it to somebody. Niang, the shot is no good. And it's rebounded by the Suns. Suns are able to get the rebound. Cameron Payne bring the ball down the other end. And he will be fouled here by Shake Milton. That would be Shake Milton's first of the game. I was about to say, if this one was against Joel Embiid, I can't really take any more fouls from Joel. I can't. I can't take any more fouls from Joel Embiid, man. I can't do it. First one at the line for Cameron Payne is no good. Can the Sixers fans get the break-in for chicken all because of Cameron Payne? The lefty looking to get the free throw and cancel it all out, and he indeed does so. Of course, as soon as I say that, of course he makes it. But Melton bringing the ball down the floor for the Sixers. Melton gets us over to Embiid. Embiid back to Niang. Niang, the corner three is good. Georges Niang has been on fire tonight. He's working on the jump shot, and he's showing you why. Booker with the ball. Booker looking. Booker out to Cameron Payne. Payne faking out on Shake Milton. Payne around a screen. Kicks it out. Damian Lee, the corner three is good. Damian Lee trying to say it's not over till it's over until the fat lady sings. Here we go. Shake Milton, or rather DeAnthony Melton with the ball, gets over to Embiid. Embiid, the two-point shot. Gets it to go off the putback by Joel Embiid. So Embiid trying to find a way to put some points up on the board here in the fourth quarter. Cameron Payne going to his left. The two-point shot by Payne is good. The Suns are trying to say it's not over till it's over. We may be down, but we're still fighting and we're still in this thing. Embiid with the ball here for the Sixers. Embiid gets it over to Niang. Niang, the three-pointer again. Oh, my Lord! The minivan! Georges Niang has been unstoppable. Booker with the ball. Booker kicks it out to Lee. Back to Booker. Why isn't B on Devin Booker? It makes no sense. Kicks out to Damian Lee. Over to Payne in the corner for three. Will be fouled by Georges Niang. And Niang saying a bunch of BS on the sideline. It will be against Georges Niang, though. As Niang came over and caused the contact. It will be three at the line here for Cameron Payne because of this. And a timeout here by Philadelphia to talk things over. Dude, Georges Niang has been on fire tonight. I'm telling you guys, this is why Georges Niang is my fifth best player in my eyes on the team, and this is why it shocks people. This is why I have this man as my fifth best player on the team. He's been working on the jump shot this offseason. I mean, I don't see it being PJ Tucker. I don't see it being DeAnthony Melton. I see it as Georges Niang. 15 points for Niang off the bench, 5 for 7 from 3. It's unbelievable. Five for 7 from 3, 15 points for Niang. It's unbelievable. Niang is absolutely on fire. But yeah, guys, great game by Niang tonight. He's really been giving these guys a challenge for Phoenix. He's been giving these guys a challenge. He's been. This is just why Niang is my 5th best player on the team. This is why. He can give you 10 to 15 points a night off the bench. And he's practically one of, if not our best bench player. Because he puts up the most points a night off the bench. He does. You don't believe me? Go look at the stats. This man has been putting up 10 to 15 points a night, maybe even more at times. But Georges Niang has literally been unstoppable. 5 for 7 from deep. I love it. I love it from George. I put out that video about Niang working on that jump shot. This is why. This is what he's showing from the offseason to now. 5 for 7 from deep for George. They're probably going to keep him in because of what he can do. 3-point field goals. Niang is shooting 5 for 7. Niang is shooting better than the whole Suns team. Doug Rivers threw the challenge flag. It was a successful challenge in his favor. So it's just a jump ball at center court between Joel Embiid and Bismack Biyombo. I don't know what in the world Embiid's trying to do. He's trying to direct traffic out here. Like, what is he doing? What is Joel Embiid doing? Embiid is directing traffic like there's no tomorrow. He's like, hey, separate apart, both of you. Separate apart. I'm farther out. Here we go. Jump ball to get up, and Embiid will win the jump ball. 9.5 minutes left. Melton with the ball here before the Sixers gets over to Niang over to Embiid. Embiid coming inside on Biyombo. Embiid, the 2-point shot is good. Joel Embiid, big shot. Sixers lead it by 9. 9:15 left in the fourth. Cameron Payne with the ball gets over to Booker. Back to Payne. Payne coming inside. Payne, the 2-point shot is good. So Cameron Payne answers immediately after the shot made by Joel Embiid. 9 minutes left here in the fourth. Embiid looking. Kicks out to Niang. Niang, the 3-point shot again. Oh, my Lord! The minivan is on fire. Give him 18 points off the bench. The minivan is unstoppable right now. 75% from 3, 6 for 8. Lee puts up a layup. It is good. 8-point game. Niang is on fire. Embiid and Niang have scored the team's last 20 points. Embiid with the ball. Gets it over to Niang. Niang gets it over to DeAnthony Melton. Melton over to Embiid. Embiid looking. Dancing. Embiid, the step back 2 is no good. Rebounded by the Sixers. Melton a 3. No good. Rebounded by the Suns. Biyombo able to get the rebound out to Cameron Payne. Payne coming inside. Looking. Gets out to Damian Lee. Lee kicks it out. And this will be a backcourt violation here against the Suns. It'll be Sixers ball because of this. Just under 8 minutes left to go here in the fourth. Paul Reed to step in for Joel Embiid, and Shake Milton also going to the bench as well. Bismack Biyombo going to the bench here for the Suns. Most likely Ayton to get back in the game, and indeed he is. Looks like Maxi's also checked back in. Paul Reed with the ball here for the Sixers. And this will be a foul here against the Sixers. It's just an offensive foul. I couldn't tell what it was. Must have been like an illegal screen. But Doc Rivers going crazy on the sideline here. Like there's no tomorrow. 13 points each between the Suns and the Sixers. Here's Cameron Payne. Gets over to Damian Lee. Back to Payne. Payne going to his left. Payne coming inside. Drops it down to Ayton. Ayton, the two-point shot. No good. Paul Reed gets the rebound. Gets it out to Maxey. Maxey going to his right. Gets over to Melton. Melton. Looking. Gets over to Maxey. Maxey. Up the baseline. Kicks out to Melton. Melton trying to stay in bounds. The ball went out, but it will be out of bounds by Cameron Payne, so it'll stay Sixers ball with 7 on the shot clock. Here we go. They inbounded here to Maxey. Maxey spinning. Maxey trying to be fouled here. He is indeed fouled here by Devin Booker. So now Maxey will go to the free throw line for 2 to give the Sixers a shot at, once again, a double-digit lead. Booker not even drafted that while back. He drafted back in 2015. 3 for 14 for Maxey. It has not been his shooting night, and I'll miss the first one at the line here for the Sixers. It has not been the shooting night Maxey has wanted, though, to say the least. Second one for Maxey at the line is no good either. Maxey has really struggled tonight. Hopefully it's just an off night for Maxey, and hopefully he'll be ready to go for the next one. But Booker gets the ball here from the pass. Kicks it back out to Cameron Payne. Payne coming inside. Payne gets over to Ayton. Ayton, the two-point shot is good. 6-point game here in Philadelphia. Under 6:50 left in the game. Maxey bringing this ball down the floor. Maxey going to his right. Maxey coming inside. Maxey, the layup is no good. Maxey with some unfortunate shots, too. Cameron Payne with the ball here for the Suns. Tries to get this over to DeAndre Ayton. They'll call the foul against Paul Reed, and this is unfortunate for B-Ball Paul. As he did indeed grab DeAndre Ayton. Four personal fouls on Paul Reed. If this is the case, they might have to bring Embiid back in right away. As Booker inbounds us here to Damian Lee. Lee gets us over to Ayton. Ayton battling here with Paul Reed. Ayton, the two-point shot, no good. And Paul Reed gets the rebound. Gets us out to Maxey. Maxey gets over to Melton. Melton looking, dancing. Melton, the step back. The three-point shot is missed. And it's rebounded by the Suns. 6 minutes left in the game. Booker puts this up for 2, and it's no good, and it's rebounded by the Sixers. Melton bringing the ball back. Niang, the three-point shot again is good! The minivan gets it again! Give him 21 off the bench! The minivan is all fired up! And so are the fans! Timeout money by Monty Williams for the Suns. Big shot by Niang. What a game out of George. He's like, let's go. He's like, that's right. We're not going anywhere. He's like, we're winning this thing. He's like, we're winning this thing because of me. I've been one of the men to take control. Guys, just give me a second. This man, Georges Niang, has been insane. Give me a second, guys. Hold up. In the meantime, hold up. Guys, I don't know how Georges Niang is doing this right now, but you know what? I love it. George! You unbelievable human being. You're an animal out here, George. Niang has been a spark off the bench, ladies and gentlemen. This is insane. Unbelievable from Georges Niang, ladies and gentlemen. 21 off the bench. That is the number of a sixth man of the year. Niang, we're needing this the whole season. I don't care what anyone says. We need this the whole season out of you, George. We need this the whole season. This is why I said Georges Niang is my fifth best player on the team. This is why. This is why. 7 threes for George. Incredible. This man is on fire tonight. Georges Niang is pouring it on. Absolutely unbelievable. But here we go to continue with the fourth quarter. Suns able to inbound this here to Cameron Payne. Niang with 12 points in the quarter, 21 overall. Payne gets it over to Bridges, back to Payne. Payne matching up with Maxey. Gets it over to Bridges. Bridges, the 2-point shot is no good, and Melton gets the rebound. Melton gets this over to Maxey, and Maxey to bring down the floor with under 5.5 minutes left. Maxey with the ball. Battling with Mikal Bridges. Maxey having a rough night, gets it over to Tobias Harris. Harris going to his left. Harris looking, gets out to Embiid. Embiid looking, needs it. Embiid, the shot is good. Joel Embiid has been unstoppable in his return to the Wells Fargo Center. 5 minutes left. Booker gets this over to Ayton. Ayton, the 2-point shot is no good. Niang gets the rebound. Embiid's got 33 tonight. Maxey bringing the spot on the floor again here for the Sixers. Maxey going to his right, gets over to Embiid. Embiid pump fakes. Out to Niang, and they'll call an offensive foul, I think, on Joel Embiid. That's probably about to be another. Georges Niang made 3 and probably 24 off the bench. Cameron Payne gets it over to Ayton. Ayton battling with Embiid, misses the layup. Booker gets the rebound. Booker matching with Niang. Booker loses the ball, and Niang with the steal. The minivan's doing it all. Embiid and Niang have scored the team's last 25 points. Niang over to Harris. Harris backing in. Harris, the 2-point shot is good. Tobias Harris. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Sixers looking to try to run away with this here. 7-0 run in the last 2 minutes almost. Cameron Payne gets it over to Devin Booker. Booker. Try to kick it out to, I believe it was probably Damian Lee. But I think a foul was called, if I'm not mistaken, on Joel Embiid. I'm not sure who the foul was called on. But the inbound pass goes in here from Damian Lee to Cameron Payne. Payne going to his left. Payne, the 2-point shot, no good off the back of the rim, rebounded by the Sixers. Maxey bringing this ball down the floor here for Philly. Maxey going to his right, around Embiid's screen. Maxey gets it back to Embiid. Embiid has to save it in, gets it over to Niang, back to Embiid. Embiid, the 3-point shot, missed. Sixers get the rebound though. Melton gets this over to Maxey, over to Embiid. Embiid over to Harris. Harris trying to set everything up. Harris coming inside, and he is getting tangled by Damian Lee. I don't know what in the world Damian Lee's doing. Like, what are they trying to do? Go dancing together or something? Or like, what's going on here? It's like a horse collar tackle in the NFL. Yo! And Harris said, hey, tee that man up for what he did to me. That's right, Tobias Harris. Go out there and defend yourself. I don't care if you get a technical. Go out there and defend yourself, my boy. Go out there and defend yourself, Tobias. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Please. Call this a foul against... Tee this one up against the Suns, please. Tee up Damian Lee. Let's go. Come on. Please. Tee up Damian Lee. Let's go. Dude, if they go ahead and tee up Tobias Harris, I am going to lose my mind. If they tee up Tobias Harris, I am going to lose it. There is no way they go out there and tee Tobias Harris. And now they'll go to the review table. I mean, Tobias could have got a T or something for the back talk on Damian Lee. But this needs to be a technical on Damian Lee. This needs to be a technical. Like, tee up Damian Lee. Let's go. Tee him up. Niang and Harris looking up at the Jumbotron. Everyone's looking up at the Jumbotron, honestly. Like, this isn't defense. Like, you go ahead, you grab the jersey, you grab his neck, and you absolutely make him turn the whole... You make him turn a fourth of the way around in a circle. And then he's like, dude, back it up. Don't even dare go at him and get teed up. So, wow, it's actually a flagrant one here against Damian Lee in this case. Flagrant one against Damian Lee. I am surprised it's a flagrant one, not a technical. Like with Damian Lee to Tobias Harris, it's not even close to defense. That's literally grabbing the jersey and his whole neck and making him go halfway around. Making him go like a fourth of the way around in a circle. Everyone's like, everyone separate. First free throw for Tobias Harris on the flagrant free throw is good. I think Tobias gets one more at the line. Second one for Tobias Harris is missed. So it looks like two flagrant foul free throws, and I would assume it's probably possession as well in favor of Philly. With 3:14 left in the game. But yeah, guys, Sixers looking to come out here and just get the win, man. Here we go, guys. 3:14 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Sixers lead by 14, 96-82. Here we go. They inbound now here. Maxey receives the inbound pass over to Tobias Harris. Harris lays one up for two. No good. Rebounded by the Suns. Foul looks like it's going to be called here against the Suns. And this is going to be a late call here, and you know the Suns are not going to like it. .304 left to go in the fourth quarter. Harris go to the line for two. First one for Tobias Harris at the line is good. Tobias Harris with 20 points so far in the starting lineup. Second one for Tobias Harris is good, so make it 21 points for Tobias Harris. 10-0 run for the Sixers in the last 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Here we go. Cameron Payne with the ball here, matching up with Tyrese Maxey around the screen. Payne gets it down to Devin Booker. Booker looking, going to his right. Booker kicks it out to Payne. Over to Bridges. Bridges, the reverse layup is good. 2:40 left here in the fourth. Maxey with the ball. Looking for his options. Kicks out to Embiid. Embiid looking. Embiid just has to take the shot. Shoot the two. No good, and it's rebounded by the Sixers somehow. Everyone trying to set up the offense here. We have Niang running with the starting line. Maxey, the three-point shot, no good. Maxey's really been having that off game tonight, man. Cameron Payne with the ball here with the Suns. And this will be a goaltend here against Joel Embiid. And the ball got to the backboard before Embiid touched it, so it is a goaltend on Joel Embiid. Here we go. Here's Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers. Maxey having a really off game, gets over to Tobias Harris. Harris matching up here with Devin Booker. Harris spinning. Harris kicks it out to Maxey. Maxey needing to take the shot is good. Maxey's first bucket in quite some time in this game. Minute and a half left. Cameron Payne with the ball, kicks out to Devin Booker. Booker going to his left, matching up with Embiid. Booker still looking. And a double dribble called here against Devin Booker. It's going the other way, ladies and gentlemen. But here we go. Here's Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers. Maxey looking. Maxey coming inside. Maxey, the shot is no good. Melton gets the rebound out to Niang. Niang, the three-point shot. Oh. And Maxey stepped on the baseline, so it's going to go the other way. I thought Niang was about to make another one. I thought Georges Niang was about to make another three-pointer. He's really been explosive off the bench. It's why Georges Niang is my 5th best player on the team. Payne kicks out to Damian Lever to Bridges. Bridges, the 2-point shot is good. Here we go, Maxey. Just walking with the ball. Sixers are going to defeat the Phoenix Suns and hold them to under 100, ladies and gentlemen. Your Philadelphia 76ers are going to improve to what I believe is 5-6 on the season. And Joel Embiid is going to hold on to the ball and not even worry about doing anything. Because your Philadelphia 76ers are going to defeat the Phoenix Suns in this one. 19.1 left to go. But yeah, man, the music's playing. I mean, you know when the music's playing, you got to celebrate the win. And you know, ball goes out of bounds. They'll quickly inbound this here. 12 seconds left. And here we go. Payne gets blocked by Maxey. And this one's going to do it. Your Philadelphia 76ers will officially defeat the Phoenix Suns in this one by a final score of 100-88. And the Sixers will improve to 5-6 on the season and will drop. And the Suns will drop their 3rd game of the season as they will go down to 7-3 in the Western Conference this season to start. Players of the game, Joel Embiid, 16 for 16 from the line, 33 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Then Georges Niang off the bench with 21 points, 7 for 10 from three-point range, which ties his career high. But there you go, guys. There you have it. The Sixers will defeat the Phoenix Suns. We're going to celebrate this one, man. We're going to celebrate this one, ladies and gentlemen. $100-88 being the final score here from the Wells Fargo Center in the return of Joel Embiid. Great game out of pretty much everyone around, but pretty much Joel Embiid and Georges Niang were the 2 main factors. I'm telling you guys, this is the reason why I had Georges Niang as the 5th best player on the team. He's our best bench player. He's our best bench player. Mr. Hood said, "Sing, clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Stomp for everybody for Philadelphia 76ers." You already know, man. You already know. You already know to sing the song, my guy. You already know what it is. But yeah, guys, at the end of the day, Sixers grabbed themselves a win. And of course, I forget to change this to final score. At least this part of it has to be changed to final score. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and grab the computer. We're going to go over the stat lines real quick, and then we'll pretty much get out of here. And we're going to enjoy this win, man. So we're going to enjoy this win, ladies and gents. We're going to really enjoy this. Guys, be right back. Alright guys, I'm back here. Just was trying to get the computer and everything set up. Obviously everything pretty much has to refresh. Ever since I pretty much charged it at halftime. Everything's got to refresh and everything. Now it says the computer does not have any internet. So I don't know what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why it says no internet whatsoever. I don't know what's going on. It says no internet access. And have it disconnected here for a little bit. See if it works. Guys, I'm really trying here to go over the stat lines with you guys. But appreciate everybody who came through and tuned in. Shout out to the 2 people still here. You guys are awesome, man. As usual, you guys were awesome in the chat. You guys already know who you are. I'm trying to get this up, guys. I don't know what's going on. But Joel Embiid, yeah, welcome back in a big way with a big game tonight, man. That's for sure. I'm trying to pull the stat lines up, guys. I don't know what's going on here. I'm trying to find a way to get this up, guys. I'm really trying here. I don't know why it says Wi-Fi limited for literally no reason whatsoever. There's no reason why it should be saying Wi-Fi limited. I don't know what's going on, guys. But if it's the case, guys, that this doesn't come up, then we just won't do stat lines tonight, and maybe to make up for it, most likely, I might do like a little post-game YouTube short with this going on. Because I don't know what's going on here with this nonsense, but I'm really trying, guys. I'm really trying here to do this for you guys. Trying to do this for you guys, man. Alright, it says that it has internet access. Like, let's go. Yeah, I knew part of it, man. I knew part of it, but I just want it, like, right in front of my face. But, guys, this is the first win of a tough stretch, man. This could be a tough stretch right here, and we win the first one against the Suns. Don't worry, Mr. Hood. I'll do a post-game YouTube short because this is just not pulling up. It says everything's offline when it's clearly online. I don't know what's going on, man, but at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, Sixers do get the win over the Phoenix Suns by a final score of 100-88. Sixers with a great win tonight in the start of a really tough stretch that they will have coming up. And this one really meant a lot. And it was great to get the big man Joel Embiid back out there. Again, guys, I'll have a little post-game YouTube short since I don't know what's going on with the internet on the computer. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much going to do it for me, man. Sixers get the win 100-88 over the Suns. Sixers will improve. Look out for a post-game YouTube short sometime tonight. And yeah, guys, that's going to pretty much do it for me. Shout out to everybody that came through to tonight's stream. As we have another comment. Appreciate that, Mr. Hood. Appreciate it, my guy. And guys, do not worry. I will come out with a post-game YouTube short to make up for going over the stats tonight. But that's pretty much going to do it for me tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to everybody that came through. As always, you guys have been awesome in the chat like you all always are. And everyone, I'm going to get out of here. So appreciate everybody for coming through and tuning in as always. Be sure to like and subscribe if you guys have not done so. And I'll catch you guys on the next one, man. Peace out. God bless and peace.